Hello and welcome to the Midlands Outdoors channel with my favourite walking routes. Here at Bunkers Hill Wood today, it's absolutely beautiful. Can hear the sounds of wildlife and all the scenery what surrounds all the way that way. Let's go and show you my favourite walking route that goes all the way through the woodland, then to the fields, all the way to Hagley. The wood was planted between 1860 and the 1980s, meaning any remnants of heathland vegetation are long gone, and many of the planted trees have reached maturity. Some of the broadleaf trees at Bunkers Hill have regenerated naturally, while carrying out special planned restoration work to remove some of the conifers and add more native trees. This will retain the character of the mixed woodland while creating the more diverse habitat for wildlife. Bunkers Hill was once used for shooting, though controversial. We think that this period of wood's history, through its mosaic of habitats, a wonderful network of footpaths and large open glades. I'll tell you what, I really love walks like this where you hear the wildlife, listen to the sounds. It's absolutely so relaxing. I could spend hours just enjoying it and seeing all the different scenery. Woodlands have always got something to offer, whether it's down to the history or even the wildlife. Our walk now takes us all the way through Bunker Hill Wood to a footpath that leads all the way to Sugarloaf Lane. We then can cross all the way over to the fields to County Try Point, then all the way to the bottom of Hagley that way. I'll tell you what, it's nice to mix up your walk, seeing different things, like seeing the trees, the fields, all the various bits and pieces. You want to make your walks more interesting by seeing the different things. And that's actually why I picked Bunkers Hill Wood. The fields, and then several bits and pieces down there, because there's lots to see. And this is what makes it one of my favourite walking routes. I mean, you see the woodlands actually joined by the side of the fields over there. We've got Gibbet Lane, that sits right away off the back. That's also another interesting place with tons of history and very spooky. So I think this footpath now joins all the way around. I did look on Google Maps and seen the footpath takes us all the way to Sugarloaf Lane, and then from there we can get to County Try Point. But what a stunning place. Let's go and journey around and get you some cinematics of Bunkers Hill Wood. Wow, what a place this is. I mean, in the cinematics you see all the insects, the scenery. I mean, Bunker Hill Wood has got so much to offer. It's a great place. I might come back here again soon and explore more of it, but the path we're taking is right away in front, what cuts all the way through the woodland to Sugarloaf Lane. And that is actually part of the walk. But not only that, right away in front you can go off various places here. This is actually a footpath take you on the fields where you can lead all the way to Kimver. So you can sort of see, you can go really far over here. I mean, the views at this part are really fantastic. You can sort of see the views over there with the fields and also the further woodlands. I believe Gibbet Lane is right away over there somewhere. Some really good places to visit, so I think this bit will be a future video soon. But let's go and stick to our walking route and go through the middle of Bunkers Hill Wood. I've been looking at the old Ordnance Survey maps and I believe this area has been wooded since the late 1800s to early 1900s. We can sort of see the old Ordnance Survey map here saying Iverley Heath, and then further down Bunkers Hill. So it's a really big land this, and it stretches to the further fields, and then we've got a pumping station and a tank somewhere over that way. And then a little further on it does say sandpit, so there may have been industrial stuff over here just onto the fields. But where we're going now is carrying straight on. Let's go and check out the scenery down there before we come to the end of Bunker Hill Woods. I'll tell you what, it feels like you're inside Uffmore Woodland because you can see all the different trees moving from the piney areas to the different ones over here. I mean, I've come a little bit further on towards that footpath to where we're heading to, and the wildlife sounds are not coming to an end, it's continuous. But it does make you wonder how old this woodland is though, because some of these trees look really ancient. I mean, this one right away in front, just imagine how old this one really is. But I'll tell you what, trees are really amazing to look at. Could have been here for, you know, at least 100 years. It's got some really old bark to it. I mean, I did see a few of these a little bit that way, just into the other side of the woodland. You can sort of see these trees here, have definitely been here for a long time. I'll tell you what though, this is a different walk, moving from built-up areas where it's busy to things like this. I mean, it can get very busy over here, like on a Saturday, and especially when the kids are off school. When it's quiet, which is the best time I like it, you really do spot various different wildlife. That's why I love all these woodland walks. They've got so much to offer. So I'm going to have a 5-minute break, have a drink, and then carry on this beautiful walk all the way to the bottom of Hagley. I am going to say though, never do these walks without something to drink. When the weather's like this, you get really warm, you get tired, and it's always good to take breaks and replenish with a bit of liquid. So I'm going to have another couple of minute break now and then carry on, because it is a long walk to Hell Zone from here, but it keeps you really fit and healthy by doing these. Towards the end of the video, I will drop in the location and also access points to get into the woodland, and also ways to get here like transport. So if you do fancy coming to this location, I'll make it easier for you to come and check it out. Wow, what a place, it's really stunning. So let's get the rest of the cinematics around here and let's go and head to Sugarloaf Lane. Wow, that's about it for Bunker Hill Wood. We've come to the path now where Sugarloaf Lane is right away over there. The scenery right away in front is really stunning. We've got a horse field and you can sort of see further behind there with the hills in the distance. If I carefully show you, you will see what I mean. So we can sort of see the horse field here and a little bit further behind. You can also see the distance right away over there. If I use my zoom camera, you can see what I mean at the moment. Some really beautiful views, but when I get to the county try point, you'll see more of the black country a little bit further on. So here we are, Sugarloaf Lane. You can sort of see the distance over there to where we come from. Some really stunning buildings over here. Look at the size of that one there. So where we're heading to now is opposite Roman Road. There is a footpath what takes us all the way to the county try point. Let's go and take it and show you some stunning scenery over that way. Before we get to the location to where we're heading to, I found something really interesting, a Black Country geopark. Let's go and check it out. So it does say here, Norton covert is a former sand and gravel pit worked for building sand and aggregate during the 19th century. It is evident that the extraction began at the northern end, adjacent to the burial ground, around 200 years ago, and progressively worked southwards in phases. I want to quickly show you this, it's really cool. You can sort of see the massive grounds going that way and all the woodland. All the areas there are where they quarried from, going round in a loop. There's some really cool features over here. I've just noticed all the gravel and all this sandstone right around the corner. You can sort of see all the evidence here just buried right away in the ground. It's really awesome to see this, and it's one place that I might come back and check out. But what a stunning place. I could hear a woodpecker then right out there. I think it's really cool to see things from an old industrialised past. I mean, going on these walks, you learn new things, you see history. I mean, you might see things what you've never seen before, and that's what makes these walking routes really special. It's amazing to see this, so I've learnt something new at the same time as filming this. So here we are, County Lane. You'll know you're on the right path because I crossed the main busy road right away over there. So this now leads all the way to the county try point and also several walks called the Hagley Loop Walk. It's really beautiful over here, like I mentioned, you've got all the fields, you've got certain views right away to the top, what I'll show you in a little while. Wow, the weather's really picking up now, it's going so warmer. I might undo my jacket, I might even take it off. I think it's supposed to get to 16 degrees today, but look at the skies. Really amazing. I've really picked the right day for this. And I'm glad I've gone on a nice walk for a change and not in a built up area. So, right, what is a county try point? Well, it's actually where three counties meet, and it's believed Staffordshire, Worcestershire and even Shropshire. I think in the old days, parts of the Black Country was part of Shropshire, where these three counties actually met. I could be wrong, but definitely drop it in the comments what you think the third county is. I definitely know it's Staffordshire and Worcestershire. So that is actually situated right away in front. There is a path on the left what I'm going to take you in a little while, and that's actually where you can see the views. It's really stunning over here, so let's go and check it all out. Right, this is believed where the county try point is, right away there. On Google Maps, one more time, you can sort of see the location of it right away inside the woodland. So you wouldn't realise by walking this route, you're stepping into 3 counties into one, possibly Staffordshire, Worcestershire and Shropshire. It would have been Shropshire then when the Black Country was covered by that area. It's really interesting to know. I mean, the woodland right away in front is really nice to see one more time. It's all part of a Hagley Loop walk. But let's go and quickly show it you before we head down to the other footpath and show you the views. Here we are. This is actually the woodland right away down there. It's got some really stunning scenery and wildlife at the same time. It's a nice addition to the walk. If you've never been here, then definitely come and check it out. And what's perfect for this, if you've got a BMX or a bike that can do jumps, you can go right away to the bottom. There is some bike jumps down there. It's actually perfect for kids as well as adults. Wow, what a place. What I'm doing now, let's get on the footpath and let's go and check out the views of the Black Country and further beyond. It's so relaxing, and these are the kind of places I really love, and it's these places where I can spend hours here. All the views of the fields right away there, where the various footpaths actually loop all the way around, known as the Hagley Loop walk. I can sort of see Witchbury Hill right away in front with the monument sticking out. It's a really stunning view. We haven't got too far to go now. All we've got to do is walk across this bridleway and the viewpoint is right away to the top. Wow, we've made it. Right away in front of us is the view of the Black Country. When you see this, it's absolutely stunning. You can see really far. I can see parts of Dudley, Brierley Hill, even all the way to Baggeridge, what sits right away in front. What a place for the views. Right away behind my feet I've actually found something really interesting. It says Trotter Haynes Corbett Stourbridge. It's a massive brick just lying right around the floor. And like I say, you see different bits and pieces along the way, history, scenery and much more. This is actually one of my favourite walking routes and I'm glad I shared this one with you. I will put on the screen now the locations and how to get to there and either the methods of transport. So I hope you've enjoyed the video today. What a walk, absolutely brilliant. I will see you soon for more of my favourite walking routes. And what I'm doing now, I'm going to walk all the way down the path, get to the road. I might even get a taxi back, which is really cheap at the moment. I've got a discount code where I get 3 trips, 50% off. It might be a bit easier going back home that way using a taxi instead of walking up Witchbury Hill and leading further on. Taxis are really good if you haven't got another method of transport, and if you get stranded or you can't walk further, they're definitely brilliant just to get back home. I will see you soon, so thank you very much for watching. got another plane going right away above. Let's get some cinematics of this. Every video I spotted a plane. It's nice to see different things. It's what really makes that walk. But see you soon, the Midlands Outdoors out.